Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to MaxSpeedTV, as tonight we are here at Daytona International Speedway for OP Racing Super Speedway Series, as they are only 2 races away from the chase. That means these drivers have 2 more shots to lock themselves in to the chase, and we're going to see some spectacular side-by-side racing out here tonight. And to help me call these shots, there is none other than Rudy Cummins on the microphone with me. How you doing out there tonight, Rudy?
Hey, great, man. I'm looking forward to this because, you know, I know a lot of these guys. I know what these Xfinity cars are capable of, and I'm ready for some exciting racing.
Well, I'm too, and it's already starting to get exciting. We're seeing some of the rookies here in this OP Racing Super Speedway Series taken to the top of the speed charts. The number 26 of Hunter Reynolds, I apologize, is already setting a quick time at a 47.244. Scott Bellum following in second. Third place going to the 39 of Jacob Sayers, but he is going to move all the way down into 6th as a couple drivers cross the line working together. So that will be Josh Milam, Derek Conley, and the 17 of Tristan Walker rounding out your top 5. Coming up next, we will have qualifying for you guys. And then don't forget, next week, Monday, April 1st at 7:50 p.m. Central, the OP Racing Super Speedway Series will have their regular season finale at Daytona. Make sure you don't miss that. And then tomorrow at 7:50 p.m., the Racing for a Cause Vapor Trails Clothing Truck Series will be doing the National Kidney Foundation 120. That will be at Gateway. Make sure you tune in for that one as well. Rudy, we're here at Daytona for, as I said, one of the final 2 races here in the regular season. These drivers who are not in the chase, they really need to pump up the intensity a little bit and feel the crunch of getting it done, getting into this chase here.
Well, there's going to be a lot of intensity out there, believe me, with some of the guys on the bubble there not making it into the chase. Those guys are going to be pushing the hardest that they pushed all season to make sure that they've locked themselves in. So I'm really looking forward to seeing who is going to be eligible for that chase next week. That's going to be pretty awesome.
Jacob Sayers in the 39. He has not got a race win on the season yet. But I'll tell you what, that 39 has had a very consistent season. Right now, he has scored 3rd place in the points, looking like he's going to be able to point into the chase standings, but he would love to have a win to really lock that down. Alex Kinsler in the 350 machine, a rookie, along with the 95 of James Mayer. And James has come in with a full head of steam here. He has not been able to pull off a win. That 95 machine has been a solid driver week in and week out, almost always in the top 5. We'll see what kind of race he can put together for tonight here in that 95. A couple other drivers to keep an eye on. Josh Spalding in the 9 machine, making an appearance here as a rookie. At number 9 will be one to keep an eye on, as it will be a front runner in my opinion. I've seen Josh in several races. Very good driver, very quick, and also it was a dominant car in the OP Racing Throwback Series. We'll see if that will translate over to Monday night, and if he can pull off a race win here in this season.
Well, KR, I've noticed temperatures are actually starting to cool down now a little bit on the track. I do believe this is going to go into nighttime. I think the way they have this set up right now, we're at about 5:30, so I'm thinking that we may be into nighttime by the time, we're probably halfway through the race.
Be a good little transition from daylight to dark. One of the better updates that iRacing has had in the last few patches. Always an enjoyable time watching it transition. With a checkered flag falling on the practice session, it is time to kick over into qualifying. It will be single car qualifying efforts. That means we'll see these guys take about 45 minutes to get up to speed, and then they'll lay down a lap time. Try and bring you as many of the drivers as we can as they start rolling out. Josh Milam in the 7. He is out on track, wasting no time getting that 7 machine up to speed. Onto the backstretch. Got to get past the blue cone before you can do any real racing. Derek Conley in the 28, making an appearance after having to step away for a little bit to deal with some health issues. Glad to see him out here in this 28 machine. Hopefully he'll have a good race, something to carry him through into the next weeks. So the 28 machine gonna drop down to the yellow line, start running as fast a lap time as he can. Mark Mann in the 04 with a race win on the season, picked up the opening race for himself. His debut race ended up in Victory Lane. So Mark Mann in the 04 still looking for a way back into Victory Lane. Great little throwback scheme in that 04. I really enjoy looking at that car.
You know, that's a thing, KR. These guys take an awful lot of pride in their paint job. And, that's kind of what we do, is to try to showcase, the quality of paints that they put on these cars. And a lot of work goes into that. There's a lot of painstaking time. So, it's really important to these guys to showcase that.
Alex Kinsler in the 350 machine, driving a MaxSpeedTV car. That is an effort put together by one of our broadcasters here, Michael D'Amico. That 350 machine looking good. Right now it is sitting in 6th place on the speed charts. We'll see if you can up that a little bit, hoping for a good finish out of this 350 machine here tonight.
How about Jacob Sayers, the top of the leaderboard right now? That's probably going to change. He's got a 50.3. Let's see if anybody can top that. 4 Sparks just went into 2nd. Derek Conley 3rd. Rick Sebrands just went into 5th. And oh, there you go. Derek Conley just went to the top of the leaderboard.
28 machine, quick time for the moment. We'll see if that's going to be a time that is going to last. Meanwhile, the 4 Rick Sebrands, last week's race winner, looking to make it 2 in a row. Rick has had a great season as far as time spent up front. Unfortunately, the finishes just have not been reflecting that, and he pulled one off last week. We'll see if he can get another one. That 4 machine, though, very fast. We'll see what kind of qualifying time he gets, as he is currently in 9th place. Will he have enough speed in that car to top Derek Conley? And no, he's going to move into 4th place.
6-Speed Gaming there. Hey, give me a shout out on Facebook, and I'd be more than happy to send you all the MaxSpeedTV logos you want. Just shoot me a message on Facebook.
Robert Payne in the 3 machine. He is currently scored in 13th place, going to jump up into 11th. And that 3 machine picked up the season opening race win. And that is the thing about OP Racing. We only have 1 repeat winner, and that is Cody Eldred. Everyone else has picked up only 1 win so far on the season.
Cody's not taking the qualifying time here. He's not on the track as of yet. That doesn't mean he may. They got plenty of time to get out there. They still got over 5 minutes, so he may come out yet. But right now, it looks like we may have about 15, 16 qualifiers.
Les Levy in the 62 machine, winning a Ricky Bobby Foundation for the People Challenge to go really fast. And he is up on the high side here, rim riding, trying to get as much speed into that 62 as he can, get the tires as warm as possible, and burn off all the fuel that he can. Now he's going to drop down to the yellow line. We'll see where that 62 is going to end up here. He is now on his flying lap, his fast lap. Good looking paint scheme there by Les. Kind of an old school feel to it. Some great camera shots there. There wasn't even a car in the camera shot. A good cameraman. Aspen Belvin in the 84. He's getting his machine up to speed. So while these drivers are out there getting up to speed and the final few minutes of qualifying, we are going to step away and play our national anthem provided by Madison Rising. You can check them out at madisonrising.com. No way to go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the drivers are starting to take to the grid for tonight's 100 lap race here at Daytona. That can only mean one thing. It's time to go through our starting lineup. Tonight's lineup is brought to you by MaxSpeedTV. The 28 of Derek Conley on pole with the 8 of Cody Ober on his outside. Row number 2 will be the 03 of Stacy Bedard and the 82 of Daniel Harrington. Row 3 will be the 7 of Josh Milam and the 62 of Les Levy. Row 4 will be the 350 of Alex Kinsler and the 4 of Rick Seabrans. Row 5 will be the 07 of Scott Bellum and the 04 of Mark Mann. Row 6 will be the 17 of Tristan Walker and the 15 of Alex Green. Row 7 will be Jacob Sayers in the 39 machine, and the 95 of James Mayer will be on his outside. Rudy?
All right, in row number 8, the 16 of Forrest Sparks starts 15th, and the number 3 of Robert Payne 16th. In row number 9, Aspen Belvin in the number 84 will start 17th, and the number 9 of Joshua Spalding will start 18th. In row 10, Cody Eldred in the number 14 starting 19th, and the number 89 of Kenneth McCulloch Jr. will start 20th. In the number 1 will start 21st, and Chris McCulloch in the number 42 will start 22nd. In row number 12, the number 51 of Travis Elliott starting 23rd. These guys not taking qualifying times back here, which is not a bad thing at all. But the 26 of Hunter Reynolds will start 24th. And rounding out the field in the the 25th position, the number 25 of Dave McCulloch in row 13.
Drivers starting to roll out onto the speedway. Derek Conley in the 28, starting in the pole position. Derek really likes to start on the pole. He's usually on the pole, Rudy, a lot. He likes to be on the pole.
On the pole. Got it.
Derek likes the pole.
I got it.
Position. He likes to be on the pole position.
Right.
No, I'm just glad to have Derek back out here, poking a little fun at him. But field working its way into 3 and 4, starting to get bunched up. Do have 24 drivers taking to the track. Mark Vega in the 1 machine. That is race control. The live race control. Well, live now. He might get taken down by some of these drivers at some point. You never know. It is race control. But here we go, Rudy. Why don't you take us to the first green flag of tonight's race?
All right, I can do that. Hayes car heads down pit road, and we're under green flag already. Boy, great start by the field. Pretty even start. A little gap there on the bottom, though, but they'll get that sorted out. Already starting to get up to speed here. It takes them about 3/4 of a lap to get up to full speed. Cody Ober on the outside there in the number 8, making a move with Dan Harrington helping him along, and Alex Kinsler right behind them. And Cody Ober may take the point here.
He does have the 28 cleared, but might choose to stay in the high lane and work with his teammate in that 82 machine.
Okay, in the bottom here in Daytona, the bottom is usually a little faster in the corners, but on the straightaways, it's always the upper line, and Cody Ober leads the first lap of the race.
That 8 machine, always a contender each and every week, especially when he's got clean air on that nose, and for the moment he does. Got a teammate and Daniel Harrington in the 82 right behind you, but Derek Conley surging to the front with some help from the 03 of Stacy Bedard.
Well, they're still side by side back here, all the way back through. We got one off the track here, the number 15, Alex Green, catching that yellow line, and he's going to stack them up. Everybody's trying to avoid him, and he goes to the back of the field real quick.
Alex Green in the 15 does manage to gather it in, but he is in danger of losing the lead draft here. But he does have some help with the 14 of Cody Eldred and the 51 of Travis Elliott.
Yeah, they're real close to losing that draft. When you get about a second behind the car ahead of you, you're about to lose the draft, and they're just about at that 1 second mark. So they better pick it up a ton. Those three need to get together and work together, tighten up that group, and they should be able to reel them in.
Travis Elliott in the 51 as we go on board is right now running the last car out there in the 24 spot. Not a bad place to be. You can see out in front of you, you can see if the big one happens, he's going to have plenty of time to shut it down, to back down and get out of the way of all the crashing and carnage that happens in front of him.
Well, so far here, KR, as long as they've taken lap number 4 here, it looked pretty strong up front here. A front group has broken away from that back group a little bit. And like I said, that's not a bad thing at all. You know, if you can get back there and stay back a little bit off of the guys, you might be all right. You know, it gives you plenty of time, like you said, to shut it down, check up, and don't get involved in that. So, but they're okay back there. They're just staying about 1 second behind Hunter Reynolds right now.
Just a quick reminder that this will be a 3-stage event. Stage 1 will end on lap 25 as soon as they cross the start-finish line. Or should the caution come out, that will overlap lap 25. They will determine that to be the end of the stage. We will try and bring you the stage winner, but sometimes it is way too close to call. Those are always exciting moments.
Well, Stacy Better on the outside did lead a lap, so he grabs a bonus point. He was behind Derek Conley, decided to go to the high side there in front of Cody Ober. Good move by him. Really good move. The outside line seems to be working pretty good right now. Got a few blinkers in there, and that's not really helping matters.
Oh, we got one moving down to the inside. Not sure who that was. I believe it's at 89 of McCullough. Thought maybe he was in trouble. Looks like he's got a little
we got a wreck. Yep, we got a wreck up here. Oh my, I think it was Alex Green was involved in that.
All right, let's go to our MaxSpeedTV replay. See if we can figure out what happened. Those three drivers, Alex Green, Cody Eldred, and Travis Elliott, were all trying to work together. Go high atop the blimp. Here's Alex Green in the 15 heading into the corner. Oh no,
okay.
Alex Green was not in it. It looks like the 95 of Mayer.
Yeah, James Mayer. I'm gonna say looks like maybe a bumper hook. That's exactly what it was, a bumper hook from the number three of Robert Payne.
Josh Spalding in the 9 getting a little piece of that 95 as well. But a single car spin brought us out to our first caution here. And due to when the caution fell, it looks like the 7 of Josh Milam is going to be out front. Derek Conley in the 28 machine sitting in second place, and Stacy Beddard in the 03 sitting in third, and drivers coming down pit road. This will be a pit stop to help make it to the end of our fuel run. We didn't get to talk about it, but fuel runs anywhere from about 19 to 22 laps here. So just a few laps shy of a full stage. Josh Milam taking a splash of fuel only, along with Derek Conley. Those two getting out on of pit road very quickly.
Well, Hunter Reynolds stayed out though. He did not come to pit road. He started 24th, wanted to get up here and lead a lap, I do believe. He has not technically led yet because he didn't make it to the finish line there before Derek Conley and Josh Milam come across. But yeah, he's gonna stay out, it looks like. Derek Conley, Josh Milam out first, Cody Ober, Scott Bellum, Tristan Walker, Daniel Harrington, all coming off of pit road. So I think a lot of them right now, KR, except for some of the guys in the back, most of these guys took fuel only. I don't think anybody took any tires.
No, I didn't see anyone take tires. I know as fast as those pit stops were most of them, it looks like a lot of fuel only. Some of them though were on pit road hammering out some damage. The 95 of James Mayer on pit road for just about a minute, or in his pit stall for just about a minute, trying to get that straightened out. Well, let's see if we can talk to, well, is Hunter gonna come down pit road this time? Want to talk to him, but he's gonna hit pit road, so never mind. That's gonna put the lead back up to the 28 of Derek Conley. Lights are still on the pace car, so guys, we're gonna step away for just a quick minute, and we'll be right back after this.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back, as we are now ready. We got a plan of action. We know what we're gonna do, and we're gonna see if we can't bother Cody Ober in the 8 machine. And Rudy, I'll let you take it away.
All right, Cody, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Well, how's it going back there, man? It looked like pretty intense racing so far. You're running in the 3rd spot, and you got up there and led a couple of laps, and then everybody started passing you. What happened?
Yeah, it's been pretty competitive up front. The whole 9 laps that we've had so far. The driver behind me, he was starting to overheat, so he was trying to air it out, and that's when people started passing. But other than that, no, it's been going pretty good.
Well, now you've got enough fuel to make it to the first stage. You come in pit road there. You did not, or did you even come in pit road?
Yeah, I came in and got fuel.
Okay, fuel only. Okay, I'm not showing it here, but I guess sometimes this thing's a little odd. But okay, so now what's the plan from here?
Send it.
Send it, huh? I can't say
Pretty
as I blame you.
simple.
Yep, send it. Well, how difficult is it to pass? Is the outside line, is that where you want to be to make the pass complete?
Oh, I've always preferred the outside line. You just have a lot more room to deal with. You're not worried about the another line pinching you. So it's a lot easier to pass on the outside. Plus, you get the crazy runs off the corner when you got somebody pushing you on the back. So yeah, I've always preferred the outside.
All right, brother. Well, we're going to let you go. You're getting ready to go green here, so good luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Cody Ober, driver of the 8 machine, part of the DEI wannabe stable. GOP Racing, all those good names that they give themselves. Bunch of silly drivers coming up with names for their team. Josh Milam in the 7 machine. He is going to assume the position once the pace car gets out of his way. Derek Conley going to restart on his outside. Cody Ober in the inside of row number 2, and the 07 of Scott Bellum on the outside of row 2. Here we go. Goodbye Ford Buttstain. Back to the throttle we go. Josh Milam on the throttle. Derek Conley in the 28. Drag race across the line, and it looks like Conley's going to start edging out here as they head off into turn number 1. Ober getting to the back bumper of Milam. Could be a good battle here through the corner.
Dane Harrington's slipping back into the picture. High side. He's really liking that high side. But I'll tell you what, Conley, he is struggling right now, trying to get back up there and get around Josh Milam.
Derek Conley in the 28, not a good run through the corner, but down the backstretch, regains some lost ground, almost pulling to the door of the 7 of Milam, but once again through the corners, the outside line just not able to stay nice and tight and losing ground.
Yeah, they're not like, well, once they start getting caught back up here, it looks like Tristan Walker maybe tightening up the, if I'm on the right one there. No, I'm not on the right one, am I? No. Ooh, way up the hill there, Les Levy getting a run. Travis Elliott, I seen that was Alex Green that made the big wiggle up there coming out of turn 2. Not something that you want to do, because boy, that kind of throws up a red flag to the guys. They don't want to be around you and work with you if you're going to be weaving all over the track, but he gets it under control.
We go on board with the 62 of Les Levy. He is riding right in the middle of this pack, right in the middle of everything. And you can see the lines giving a lot of space here through the tri-oval and down into the corner. Everyone kind of holding it nice and steady. A little bit of wiggling here, but nothing too bad. Good, solid racing so far.
Alex Kinsler up to the 5th place. Scott Bellum 6th. And Rick Seabrand's now working his way, inching his way, I should say, a little closer to the front. He is down here on the bottom line right behind Alex Kinsler. And boy, they need a little bit of help there from the 04 of Mark Mann. Mark Mann can tighten that group up a little bit. I think that inside line might start working better, but Cody Ober back to the lead, leading another lap.
Meanwhile, the 42 and the 51, Chris McCullough and, Travis Elliott, almost said Tristan Walker. Travis Elliott working that high lane, really starting to gain a lot of ground, a lot of momentum, a good run coming off of turn number 2, and they are going to make their charge to the front of the field here. Oh my gosh.
3 wide early for this, but when stage points are on the line, you can't lay back. They're about 9 laps or 10 laps away from the stage, so they've got to make their move now.
We go on the board with Elliott. You see just how close to the wall he's getting.
Yeah, they seem to be doing okay right there right now, but boy, I'll tell you what, it's tight in these corners.
It does get very tight in the corners, and it looks like they gain a whole lot of ground with the run off of turn number 2. And here they come once again, charging down the backstretch.
Josh Milam still out ahead. Derek Conley pushing Josh. Derek weaves up the hill a little bit there, almost gets into the side of Chris McCullough. Man, I'm telling you, this is intense stuff right here. This is what I would talk about all the time, KR, being white knuckle driving right here.
Yeah, this is where you start getting your elbows up on the wheel, as we're going to go 3 wide, 4 cars deep. And we still have about 9 laps left in this stage.
Unbelievable. Well, that didn't work out too good. Chris McCullough and company are falling back now. They kind of lost that side draft or that big run that they had on the outside, but they'll pick it back up. Starting to come back up a little bit now. The Travis Elliott gave Chris McCullough a little bump there in the corner. Sometimes that's what you need.
Little bump and run, little use of the chrome horn there. Meanwhile, teammates have hooked up in the 7 and the 28. They're now in that middle lane, but Josh Milam is out front and has led the most laps so far with 6. Ooh, big wiggle by the 51. Big moment there, and now the 42 is going to lag out into the wall there.
Wow.
And that is going to break up that outside lane. And now the 42 of McCullough is starting to fall back, and he is going to tuck in behind the 25. Looks like the 89, the 25, the 42, all those drivers, those are white trash racing drivers, and they are starting to get into the groove of this thing, trying to make their run towards the end of the stage.
Well, Kenneth McCullough is trying it now on the outside there with a push from David. Man, we got a lot of McCulloughs in here. Wow.
3 of them. It's a father and 2 sons.
Holy smoke. Well, they're working pretty good together there. They're going to fall back in line there. Cody Ober back to the lead.
He's got the 17 of Tristan Walker pushing all over his back bumper. And Walker, a little bit of wiggle through the corner there, gathers it back in. Josh Milam in the 7, trying to run a drag race down in through the tri-oval. Derek Conley in the 28, sticking to his back bumper. And you got to wonder, are these guys going to start pushing to the end of the stage and hold it to the floor and maybe pop an engine here? But Milam is going to drop down. That will allow fresh air into that 28 machine. It just seemed like Derek Conley had been pushing that back bumper pretty intense for the last few laps.
You betcha. Well, here comes the 89 on the outside. The middle lane there's not really doing too awful much. Derek Conley going backward. Not a whole lot of help there from the, what is that, the 07? Scott Bellum. Oh, wow, somebody got really tight there. Chris McCulloch going backwards. And so is the 25. Trying to catch up to him here.
David McCullough in the 25 machine, and I believe he may have broke his engine.
I'm thinking you're right on that because he is pulling it off the track. You betcha. He may have just pushed us a little bit too long and blew that motor.
Well, you can actually stay behind and push somebody for several laps. In fact, you could do it for a whole race, but you just cannot get onto their back bumper and stay hooked to it. It will cause overheating.
Yeah, there's a lot of little tricks to that. You know, I mean, you can duck out just a little bit there, kind of keep the car about half on the back of the car and half outside, so you can keep getting air in that radiator. And yeah, I've experienced that before. KR, my son used to push me when we'd go in and do some restrictor plate racing, and that's what he did. And he'd just stay about half on me and half off of me, and he could push me the whole race, never stop pushing.
Yep.
Tristan Walker to the lead.
17 gonna go slicing down in front of the 7, and that will put Walker out front for the first time here tonight.
Josh Milam now taking a look to the outside. He gets a run with a big pusher from Cody Ober, and Josh Milam leads that lap.
We're looking at just about 3 laps left here in the stage, so drivers starting to try and put themselves in a position to win the stage. The 89 looking to the outside once again down the backstretch.
Cody Ober, Josh Milam side by side. Big push here from Derek Conley. Derek's race ain't over by far. We may see them do the 3 wide here to get, for that stage finish, because it's getting right up to it here. Tristan Walker sitting there, and Cody Ober leads that lap.
The 25 getting back up to speed at David McCullough. Engine replaced. They do have 1 fast repair in this league, and it looks like McCullough had to use it already very early on. But he's still got a chance. He is scored only 2 laps down, with the end of the stage coming up here very quickly. And it looks like everyone very much running nose to tail here. McCullough is probably going to be the only one scored a lap down, so he will be able to get one of those laps back.
Oh, sure, yeah. And then with 2 more stages, he'll be back on the lead lap. His race day ain't over yet. And Josh Milam leads that lap. We got, 1 more to go here before they throw
final
the caution?
lap of stage 1.
Cody Ober on the outside. Huge push there from Derek Conley. Tristan Walker. Man, I'm telling you, these guys, who's going to get this stage?
Down the backstretch they go. Final time for stage number 1. Cody Ober for the moment on the top spot, but here comes Josh Milam down on the bottom, hugging that yellow line. Meanwhile, the 82 of Harrington's going to try that 3rd lane with some help from Robert Payne in the 3, getting ready to cross the line, and it is going to be another close one, and it looked like Josh Milam in the 7 going to get it.
By mere inches, about a quarter of a fender, he got that. That was really close. About 33 1/1000ths of a second.
The Josh Milam, your stage 1 winner. Very close battle, and a race control confirming it is Milam. What a great opening stage we've had here. Everyone's still in this race. Nobody is out of it. 25 laps completed, and our first stage winner is the 7 of Josh Milam. All right, guys. Well, while they get caught up to the pace car, we're going to step away for just a minute. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the drivers have started to hit pit road. Josh Milam in the 7, the first one down there. Cody Ober in the 8. Second car on the pit road, leaving a little bit of a gap there. I thought you'd want to be a little bit closer, but I don't know everything. That's why I'm up in the broadcast booth. But I am seeing the cars go up for tires this time. Several drivers missing their pit box. Daniel Harrington still not in his. That is going to cost him a lot of time. Cody Ober rolling out very quickly. Alex Kinsler trying to as well. And Josh Milam going to come off pit road in third place. And let's see if we can't get a word in with our stage 1 winner in the 7 machine. Josh Milam, you got your ears on, bud?
I do. What's going on, man?
Oh, man, I'll tell you what. Get to talk about racing here tonight with a good buddy of mine, someone named Rudy. And I see you win a stage 1. How's that feeling? How's the car feeling for you? And what's it going to take to win stage 2?
It was a great win. It feels good having a teammate back running with me. We did a lot of maneuvering that whole stage, picking each other up, getting back out front when we had to. Car feels good. I know it's going to get a little better as the race goes on. Track's going to get cooler, so we just got to keep up the teamwork and keep running like we are. And hopefully pick up another stage.
Now, we've seen you take tires. How important is it to have tires here in this Daytona race?
It's not huge. It's always good to take the fresh ones. I really like them for later on when people decide to run 3 wide, just in case I'm on that very high line going 3 wide, trying to hug that wall and stay tight to the cars next to me. Really the only reason why I take them.
Not a bad strategy at all. Well, Josh, before we let you go, any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
Oh yeah, always thank you to you guys and our group crew here that puts on our races, especially my teammate Derek. Welcome him back. I know he's happy to be back. Thanks to the guys pushing me around here and all the racers that's with us.
All right, that is the driver of the 7 machine, Josh Milam, part of the FSR team, Fuel Sim Racing, winning stage number 1. And what a stage it was, Rudy.
Yeah, that was exciting. I mean, you can see how intense it can get there when you're coming down to the closing of the stage like that. Everybody's trying to get there to get into them points. And that's when we seen the 3 wide. They started with about 10 to go, because that's when it's time to go. About 10 laps to go before the end of the stage. Everybody kicked it up about 1 notch or maybe 2 notches, and did things that they hadn't done yet by taking it 3 wide and being really, really adamant about trying to get to the front.
That they did, and somehow with all the 3 wide racing, they managed to pull it off and have a spectacular finish. I think we're going to see that again here at the end of stage 2 at lap 50.
I believe you're right.
Now, our race analysis for tonight, we will be doing 100 laps. We've talked about that. 250 miles here, tire window, roughly about 50 laps. Our fuel window is 19 to 22 laps. And as you can see, we're at about 22 laps before we've gotten the green flag. We might see these guys make it all the way on fuel to the next stage, but it is going to be close. Field starting to form up, getting ready to go back. Green flag racing for the start of stage number 2. Cody Ober and Alex Kinsler are gonna make up row number 1 with Kinsler on the inside. The 7 machine of Josh Milam with his teammate Derek Conley, they are gonna make up row number 2. Meanwhile, the 15 of Alex Green had a big moment early on in the race. He has found a way back up into the front. He is going to restart in 6th place. And 7th will be Daniel Harrington in the 82. Down the backstretch they go. One final time before the drop of the green flag. Several drivers who had topped off fuel. 95 of James Mayer, he's going to line up in, I'm sorry, that is Forrest Sparks in the 16. He will line up in 16th spot. But here we go. Rudy, what do you say you call this one down to the green flag for us?
Well, I guess we could do that. Going to be restarting on lap 30 here, folks. Pace car in. And green, 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 we're underway here at Daytona tonight for the OP Racing Super Speedway Series. They get up to speed. Cody on the outside there. Alex Kinsler on the bottom. Alex wants to get up there and lead a lap. And he does have a little bit of a lead here on the bottom. Big push there from Josh Milam, our stage winner. Kinsler looking strong so far in the MaxSpeedTV car. Cody Ober, boy, he is super strong on that outside. That's the side where we've been seeing that outside looking really good as the race goes on here. I think that outside line's going to be even tougher. And it looks like Kinsler might lead his first lap of the race. It's going to be really close at the line. And no, yes, he did. Yes, he did. He led that lap.
Well, Rudy, we haven't done it yet. I say let's do it while they're all nice and tight and hard charging. Let's do a little crank it up.
Do it.
Oh man, a good old crank it up session. Always enjoyable getting to fill our ear holes with the sweet sounds of these NASCAR engines at full song here at Daytona. And Rudy, I do enjoy filling ear holes.
I bet you do. Well, you know, there's a lot. I talk about this a lot in super speedway racing. I think there's a talent here that you don't see on short tracks. The talent meaning there's so much more for the drivers to pay attention to around them, because you're doing almost 200 miles an hour, you know? It's not like a short track where you're doing 120, 130, 140. And these guys, they have got their minds going every which way and trying to focus on holding their line and making sure that they're, you know, they're trying to get up there and work with somebody. They don't want to bumper hook somebody, because that is bad. And, you know, I just think it's a talent set aside from short track racing.
Well, these drivers doing a good job of it so far here tonight.
Yes, sir.
And now we got a new pair of drivers trying the outside lane. New pair, same as the old pair. It's the 89 and the 42. They are starting to make some waves in that third lane. We are looking at about 16 laps to go here in stage number 2.
You know, you were right, KR. There, Dave McCulloch did get one of his laps back. Now he's only one lap down, and he's working at. He is right mixed in, right in with the pack. So keeping himself, you know, in grasp of it. Don't want to lose that draft and go another lap down. And if the next stage rolls around here, he should be back on the lead lap.
Yeah, he's just got to hang in there. Hopefully no one will end up a lap down in front of him. But even if he stays in this lead pack, it should be all right. We go on board with the 89 of Ken McCullough as he is working that high line. He's going to get another good run down the front straightaway here. Might pull even with the 82 by the time they head off into turn number 1.
Yeah, they're not giving up on that outside line. I think they're really looking for somebody to kind of jump up there and go with them. And, you know, somebody like Derek Conley or Cody Ober, but those two battling right now for that middle line. Dan Harrington involved in that, so 3 of them work their way to the front. The middle seems to be pretty strong at the moment. Alex Green taking up the middle in the number 8. Or, I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong car again. Man, what is up with my eyes? No, that is Alex Green, number 15. My bad.
Alex Green's in the 15, Cody Ober's in the 8. That 89 and 42 are inching closer and closer to the front.
They're coming. They are coming. And they're doing it just with 2 of them.
Yeah, those two have been working very well together here in this third lane. But you got to remember, David McCullough popped his engine trying to push his way to the front with the 89 in front of him. And now Chris McCullough in the 42 is going to drop down to the inside here and abandon the 89.
That leaves him up there by himself. He's going to have to fall in behind. And that might be a good thing, because Kenneth might have been, or I'm sorry, Chris might have been getting a little warm there, pushing Kenneth up there. And now he can kind of relax a little bit, get a little air in that radiator, cool that engine down. And I don't think we've seen the last of them guys trying to take it up there 3 wide.
Now for the moment, though, it has settled down. They are back to 2 wide racing, and even that in itself is challenging enough. There's nothing to be disappointed in the fact that we're back to 2 wide racing. But Cody Ober in the 8 machine, he is leading that outer lane. Alex Kinsler in the 350. Right now, he is doing a solid job of holding on to the top spot. He has been out front for a handful of laps. In fact, it's put him 3rd place in the charts for laps led. And right now, he has got a strong pusher in the 7 of Josh Milam right behind him.
Kinsler looking strong out there today, KR. I mean, I really did not expect him to be that strong. Has he had an extraordinary season so far? What's going on with Alex Kinsler?
He's only made a handful of races this season with OP Racing, but he did show up last week. I believe he got caught up in a couple incidences and didn't have a terrible race, but did not have a great of a race as he has here tonight, that's for sure. Kinsler now, oh man, talking about Kinsler, but Chris McCullough in the 42 gonna get in the wall. They're gonna lose a lot of speed. White Trash Racing up in that 3rd lane. They are got to start all over again. Good news though, they got 10 laps to make their way to the front, and they are now going to be a 3-car group as David McCullough is going to catch up to him.
Yeah, he is the car that is 1 lap down, the only one that is a lap down. Everybody's still in the race, so when the stage finishes here, he'll be able to get back on the lead lap. And you know, I think that's going to be a threat because they've been making that outside line work now. If they get 3 of them up there working together, KR, wow, just think how that's going to be. And here they go. Chris taking a look to the outside again.
That third lane is definitely the fastest, but it's one of those high risk, high reward situations. Things can go really wrong really quick. But so far, they're doing a great job at managing that risk and keeping it 3 wide here. They're going to get a good run down this backstretch.
Yeah, that takes a lot of trust on the guy that you're racing beside. You know, hoping when you go into the corners that he's got a good grip on that and holds his line, doesn't get into you. As you just seen right there, man, that was a close call. Travis Elliott almost got into Chris Elliott. Or Chris McCullough, like, golly, man. Gotta learn these guys' names.
I don't feel too bad. I'm having a rough time myself. I think it had something to do with the adult soda I had beforehand.
Oh, well, I didn't have any adult soda.
Did you have any fire water?
No, none. I can't take that with the medication I'm on. Well, Chris is making it work here on the high side. Oh, man, number 7 there, Josh Milam. He was about sideways coming out of the corner. You can tell that the aero push on these cars is just absolutely atrocious. And now we got a battle here between Chris McCullough and Cody Ober.
Yep, the third lane starting to make its way to the front. Looks like they got a little bit of separation here for the moment. That is going to cost them some speed on the track, but they are definitely a challenge for these other drivers as now Chris McCullough is going to be abandoned by Ken McCullough. We are looking at 7 laps left in stage number 2.
Okay, our Cody Ober led that lap there, taking 12 laps that he has led. Alex Kinsler's led 11, but our stage winner, where's he at? Josh Milam, he's sitting in 3rd. He's led 13 laps so far.
Milam, the 2nd car on the inside lane as the sun has really started to set here at Daytona. The track is really starting to cool off. The cars are starting to pick up some speed. And the leaders, we have seen Alex Kinsler out front this entire stage. I'm beginning to wonder how much fuel is left in that 350 machine.
Well, I'm sure they're probably going to try to make it here, but it's going to be awful close. But I was just looking at the temperature, KR. If you remember at the beginning of the race, the temperature was 94 degrees on the track. It's down to 79 right now. That's how much the sun is dropping. And you know what that does? That gives them cars a lot of grip out there.
Grip means that they're going to have more confidence, and that probably means we're going to see a lot more 3 wide.
Yep, it could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. You just never know. You know, everybody comes into a race like this, KR, and knows that, you know, it's anybody's chance to win. It's kind of a given, you know, when you go into a super speedway race. So, you know, getting yourself up to that right position at the right time is key. Josh Milam looks to the outside now. Great push from Cody Ober. Won the first stage, wants to win the second stage. They're both clear, and they do drop it to the bottom. So, man, what a run by those two.
Now Cody Ober's going to make a move on the inside of Josh Milam, and Ober and Milam going to drag race to the tri-oval. And that is going to be Cody Ober leading that lap as we're really starting to get down to the nitty gritty here. These drivers all starting to jockey for position on the track to best set themselves up for the second stage.
Interesting fact here, KR, Cody Ober, Josh Milam, and Alex Kinsler, are tied with the most laps led tonight. Isn't that something? I mean, all have 13 laps led so far. I kind of enjoyed doing that. Kind of a good stat to know because, you know, I do believe they have points for.
We got trouble in the middle.
Oh,
are they going to
man.
get it sorted? Chris
Good
McCall
save.
in the 42s in
No,
the wall.
they're not
Down
gonna
they
save
go
it.
spinning.
Kenneth McCulloch. Travis Elliott involved in that. Oh my gosh.
We go to our MaxSpeedTV replay, figure out what's gonna go wrong here. And it looked like it all started on the bottom lane. Car got tight coming up off the corner and just did not have the room needed to catch it. Saw that out of the corner of my eye, but not 100% sure. Daniel Harrington in the 82 is gonna tag the yellow line. And that is what's gonna send everyone spinning behind him. Rick Sebren's in the 4 is going to come in late and pick up a big ol' hit.
And Kenneth McCulloch took heavy damage. So did Travis Elliott. They were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. But all the McCullochs got together right there. Kind of, I think it was David kind of bumped the back end of Kenneth. Yeah, the number 4, he takes a big ride there. Rick Seabrand. So hopefully these guys got a reset, KR.
Some of them will. Should only be one fast repair available. And the only one who has used it so far that I know of is David McCullough. It's hard to see who's used a fast repair and who has not.
Now, will they use this as the stage?
And yes, Race Control just contacted me. Josh Milam has picked up stage number 2 as well.
Wow, amazing. He is on a march here to try to win it all tonight.
So he is going to pick up stage 1 and stage 2. Can he go with the trifecta and win the race? That's all that he has got left. Well, stage 2 ended just a little bit short. Little saddened by that because I would have liked to have seen how much fuel was left and who could have made it on fuel. But that's a moot point right now as caution came out and drivers all getting reset. Let's see if we can't get a quick word in with the driver who has won stage 2 and stage 1. Josh, all that's left for you to do here tonight is win the race.
I don't know if I'm that lucky, man. I think the luck's gonna run out.
Well, so far it's been working into your favor, and you have had a great showing so far. Staying up front there, how close were you on fuel before that caution came out?
I think I had 1.5 gallons, so that put me at about 3 laps left. I know we were gonna have to pit probably around 48. Anything. Luckily that caution kind of saved us from that.
Would have been an interesting little twist to the end of the stage. However, the caution settles it all out for you guys. So now you just got the final 50 lap sprint to the end. Any change of strategy here? Or are you just gonna stay out front and hope for the best?
Yeah, I believe as long as we can stay out front, then everything will be okay. We've had a pretty clean 2 stages, about the cleanest we've had in a while, so everything's going great. Try to stay around the guys who have been around. We seem to be working well together and getting out to the front when we need to, and keeping our cars cool when we need to. As long as we can keep our cars cooled down, then we'll be okay.
All right, well, congratulations on stage 1 and 2. Nice job out there so far. Anything you'd like to add before we let you go?
I don't believe so. I hope it's a great race. You guys enjoy it, and everyone watching enjoy it. We're trying to put on a show here. Should be a lot more pushing going on. Everything's getting cooler, so maybe a lot of 3 wide.
All right, well, good luck out there, and yeah, we'll be watching.
All right, man.
Josh Milam picking up stage number 2 in stage number 1. He's had a great race here tonight.
Yeah, just being there at the right time when that happens. And he was right. The temperature has dropped quite a bit more on the track. We're down to 77 degrees as the night sky is coming on us. And it's going to be pretty cool. I love to see these cars under the lights. Really is awesome. But Alex Kinsler is our point leader here. Or the point man, the leader of the race. So as the lights get ready to go out here, I do believe they're going to get the one to go here.
David McCullough in the 25. Looks like he has still scored one lap down, so I don't know if he was scored in that accident or not and did not get the wave around. If so, that was a little unfortunate for him that he would still be trapped one lap down.
Well, yeah, he was, KR. He got into the back of Chris McCulloch there, or Kenneth McCulloch, excuse me, one of them two. He got into the back of him. So, yeah, he was involved in that caution. So, when you're involved in a caution, you do not get that wave around.
So, a tough break for him. That's, I don't know. He's going to have another shot. As strong of a car as he's had here tonight, as long as he keeps running up with this lead pack. Got a good shot at getting another caution, maybe even getting his lap back the hard way. But it will be impossible for him to pull away from the field and come back around. So he will need help from a caution.
Well, Daniel Harrington making a late pit stop there will be clear back in 23rd, just now coming off the pit road, getting caught up to the back of the field. So as the lights are out, we're going back green. Get them going this time, KR.
All right, I sure will. We did have several drivers peel off at the last second to try and top off their tanks. We'll see how well that plays out for them fuel strategy wise. Everyone is going to have to make at least one pit stop, maybe even two, and they are going to fall at very inopportune times, I am sure. But here we go. Alex Kinsler in the 350, Derek Conley in the 28. They are ready to get on the throttle. That Ford Buttstain gets out of the way. And here we go. Green flag is back out and we are underway for the final stage here at Daytona. 2 races left before the chase begins. That means 2 more chances at locking yourself into the chase. And Derek Conley and Alex Kinsler have not won a race yet here this season. Would love to pick a race win up here. Can they do it? They've got about 50 laps left in this race to lock it down. Robert Payne in the 3 machine. He's all over the back bumper of the 350. Meanwhile, the 7 is pushing the 28. Teammates battling for the top spot as they are in the outer lane.
Yeah, how about Robert Payne coming up there, KR? He started 16th tonight and got himself in a really good position now for this 3rd stage.
Robert Payne picked up the season opener race win, and he has not been back to victory lane since. Would love to get a second win on the season, but right now he is tucked in nice and tight behind the 350 of Kinsler, and Payne in that Buddy Check 22 machine. He is he's one to keep an eye on. Ooh, got on the yellow line there a little bit.
Yeah, boy, you want to stay away from that yellow line at all costs because, boy, you can really get out of shape. Good save. Number 8 there, Cody Ober. And the number 95, James Mayer. Now, them guys were talking about James in chat, rooting for James. So let's see what he can do. Comes from 14th to 6th place right now, on his way to the front.
At 985 machine, a rookie here in the OP Racing Super Speedway Series, but has shown himself to be quite a competitor. He has once again found his way to the front of the field. We'll see how well that 95 can finish up with a good run right now, but You know, your luck can change so quick here at a Super Speedway Series, and it doesn't matter what part of the track you're in, how many cars are around you, it can just jump up and bite you at any time.
You betcha. Well, we've seen that happen to Stacy Bettard, because he was up there battling for the lead at the first part of the race in the first stage. Now, the second stage, he didn't do quite as well, but here he is in the third stage, ready to rock and roll and try to get some stage points out of this. So I'm going to keep an eye on Stacy Bettard right now. I think he's running really well.
03 is the fourth car on the inside line, and the 25 of David McCullough is tucked in right behind him. McCullough, the only one lap down out here tonight. He is trying to get that lap back. He's got a long road ahead of him, but he has not given up at all so far. We'll see if he can get that lap back. He will need help from a caution to get around this field, though.
I was watching Jacob Sayers here. Now, Jacob, right where he started, 13th position. I think what it's come down to with Jacob is he has decided that he is not ready to drop the hammer yet and get up there and try to win this race. He's not worried about the stages. He's just worried about the W.
Yeah, Jacob Sayers right now sitting in that inside lane as someone is smoking.
We got some smoke. Yeah, a little tire smoke there.
Wow, not sure what that was, but
I don't know.
Must have been an epic save that we just missed. We caught the tire smoke. Oh, it looks like maybe the 95 of Mayer blinking.
Yeah, he's blinking. Yeah, when he blinks out, yeah. When he comes back, the tires start to go again, and they're, you know, it puts out a puff of smoke. I've seen that last night and the night before in a couple of speedway races, that does happen when you're blinking.
Huh? Something new?
Yeah. Yeah, something I've never seen before, but I think it's kind of cool because it kind of throws up a little bit of a red flag there that somebody, you know, something's happening on the track, and it kind of, you focus on what is going on. But James Mayer blinked out right there when he come back. Tires screeched. Here we go on the outside. Travis Elliott trying to make a move.
Elliott to the outside. The 17 of Walker gonna go with him. We're now 3 wide here. Oh, is the 8 of Cody Ober's gonna touch the apron? Bad time to do it as he was the inside car. And Mayer's starting to blink out. A lot going on right here in this big old knot of cars.
Well, this is what I was talking about right here. You've seen just exactly what Cody Ober did right there. When he touched that apron, it made that car wiggle a little bit. But when these guys are 3 wide like that, boy, you got to hold your line as steady as you can. And believe me, when you catch that, we got somebody way down off the track.
Stacy Bettard in the 03, dropping down on the inside. Is he going to get it slowed down, be able to merge up here? And he does.
Something happened there to his car. I don't know. Maybe if it overheated on him. It's not running, KR. Oh, it is running, but I don't know. He's really slow on the track here. I'll keep an eye on him as you guys continue on here, but he is coming to pit road.
Yeah, the 03 on the pit road after a good challenging run to the front after falling back a little bit. Looks like maybe an early exit. Hopefully he's got a fast repair left. Not sure what has happened to him, but meanwhile up front, Alex Kinsler still lead car on the inside line. Derek Conley in the 28 now leading the outside line. Robert Payne in the 3, Josh Milam in the 7. Those two making up that second row there. And Fuel Sim Racing running 1 and 2 in the outer lane. You got to wonder what they are planning here. Those guys, they work together very well as a team. And if they can get to the front and clear the 350 of Alex Kinsler, we might see them trying to work some of their team magic and fend off the rest of this field.
Well, KR, it looks like Alex Kinsler here, newcomer to the league, putting on a clinic out here today, showing these guys how to do it at a super speedway. He has led 24 laps so far, by far the most of anybody. And it took him a while to get to the front after starting 7th, but since he's gotten up there, he has showed the way here for quite a few laps. I had great pit stops there after that 2nd stage, and man, he is ready to go for the win here on the 3rd stage.
That 350 machine, a very solid run going for him tonight, so hopefully he can pull out a race win. But Derek Conley in the 28, ooh, Alex Green in the 15, thought maybe he was getting a little sideways there, but gathers it back in. You know, you can't ever not watch the 15 of Alex Green. You just never know what he is gonna do, and he is on the outside looking in for the chase. He's starting to feel the pressure of not making the chase for the first time. Of course, this is only the 2nd season of OP Racing. Alex did make the chase last season, but he definitely would like to make it each and every chance he can. So we might be seeing the 15 here in the later stages of this race start to force the issue a little bit and make something happen.
Mark Mann into 8th place, only picking up 2 positions since the start of the race. Les Levy, we haven't talked about Les in quite a while here, hanging loose here back in 11th, 12th place. And I don't know when he's going to make his move, but he's got a good guy right behind him there, Jacob Sayers. Maybe those two will get teamed up together. And we got Kenneth McCulloch on the outside. One of the McCullochs there, he's trying to close up on Chris McCulloch. First couple cars ahead of him. And they are back to working together. We got the Credit One car and the Oreo car.
I like Oreos.
Oh, yeah, who doesn't?
I really
Conley.
like Oreos.
Conley with a little bit of a lead there, loses it back to Alex Kinsler. Kinsler leading 27 laps. He keeps tallying them up there.
Yeah, he does.
And you know what's a real heartbreaker, KR, is when you lead all them laps like that and then you don't get the win.
That is a little bit discouraging, but you know, you can always build off of leading laps, because when you're leading laps, you're doing everything right, just not at the right time. So Alex Kinsler has led a whole bunch of laps here tonight. He just has not picked up a stage win. Both stages have gone to Josh Milam. However, Kinsler has been out front for almost 30 laps here.
He's coming back, getting a good push there from Robert Payne. Robert's not leaving the back bumper of him. And up on the high side, here comes Chris McCulloch and Kenneth McCulloch again to make it 3 wide.
2-car battle, or 2-car group pairing duo. The McCulloch duo. I need a name for those two. David McCulloch in the 25, he has not joined them just yet. He is down on the inside. But those two in the 3rd lane starting to make a run to the front here. Stalling out a little bit down the backstretch this time. And it doesn't take much to stall that lane out. Just a little lift of the throttle here and there when you're coming up off the corner, especially when your tires start to wear. You can really get tight coming off of turn number 2 on that high side.
And they duck it down to the bottom and come in right there behind the number 7 of Josh Milam. And that's a good place to be at this point of the race. But they want the stage points. They've got to work a little bit harder at it. Maybe they can get their dad, David? I'm not sure which one's the dad and which one's the son. But David's right there beside him, 1 lap down.
David McCulloch hoping for a caution pretty soon here, as it looks like the 82 of Daniel Harrington is going to end up getting sucked down by this lead pack, and it will have 2 cars 1 lap down. But David McCulloch staying up with the leaders here is going to play into his advantage, because when Harrington gets gobbled up by this group. He is not going to be able to tuck in behind the 25 or anywhere near the 25.
All right, looks like pretty clean pass on Harrington, and yeah, Daniel Harrington does go a lap down. Man, I never thought I'd see the light of day when I'd see Daniel Harrington go a lap down.
It looks like he's got some damage on the rear of that thing, so maybe he got caught up in a situation that we missed out on and lost the lead draft. When that happens, there's nothing you can do, no matter how good of a driver you are.
Haynes still pushing Kinsler.
We got drivers breaking away for pit road.
And Kinsler leads another lap. Make that 32 laps he has led today.
Drivers on pit road, the 17 of Tristan Walker, the 51 of Travis Elliott, Jacob Sayers in the 39, and the 84 of Aspen Belvin. These 4 teammates all hit pit road at the same time. They're going to have to get in and out of pit road, get formed up in a hurry, and start rolling once again, because the lead pack is going 3 wide with the McCulloughs. Oh, Chris McCullough sideways, gathers it back in, and they stay in the throttle. They had a great run. We're going to make a pass for the lead.
Kinsler coming to pit road.
And Alex Kinsler on pit road all by himself. That is going to cost him dearly.
And Chris McCulloch just led his first lap of the race, and look who he brought with him. All
David
3 of the
McCullough
McCulloch.
in the 25.
Oh, man. You talk about a father and son's trio right there, man. That's pretty awesome.
Tough break for Alex Kinsler, as he was the only one that hit pit road that time. We'll see if he can take advantage of being the lead car, maybe get joined up with the first group that hit pit road. And here come another set of drivers.
Yep, Derek Conley, those guys coming in. Oh, wow.
Conley on the binders hard.
Josh Milam, Robert Payne, Alex Green, Cody Ober. We got a bunch of them coming in. Mark Mann, excuse me. So when is Chris and Kenneth and David going to come in? Because they've got a huge lead now over the guys back in the back. Les Levy takes over 3rd place. That's about a half a second back.
Yeah, man, and we've had a long green flag run here. We've been green since the start of this stage, and here
they come.
Everyone else. Will they all get it slowed down? Will they all squeeze into pit road just fine? And Kinsler in the 350 back on pit road, so something happened to him. More issues for that 350 machine. Not a good situation for him after leading all those laps. Les Levy in the 62 having a hard time getting into his pit stall. That's going to cost him a whole lot of time.
And Chris McCulloch, first one off of pit road. Cody Eldred, second.
Meanwhile,
And
Derek Conley in the 28 just made it through the tri-oval. They're up to full speed. He has got help from his teammate, Josh Milam. But meanwhile, teammates of DEI wannabes, Alex Green and Cody Ober in that second lane working together. We're going to get this field formed back up despite different pit strategies.
And Josh Milam trying to make a pass here on Derek Conley. He's won the first 2 stages.
Ooh, Ober's into the wall. He's got
that's
Jacob
gonna bring out a
Sayers.
caution. Oh my gosh, Robert Payne, yeah, Jacob Sayers.
Hard into the wall goes Cody Ober and Jacob Sayers.
Mark Mann caught up in that.
We had just made green flag pit stops. Everyone had made their stop. Looks like Robert Payne in the 3 sneaking down underneath the 39 of Jacob Sayers. tagging the apron. Oh, and the Sayers gets into the 8 of Cody Ober. Mark Mann with nowhere to go. Daniel Harrington getting a piece of it as well. Heavy contact by Mark Mann in that 0-4. But that is going to give the lead to the 42 of Chris McCullough. The 14 of Cody Eldred tucked into second place for the moment.
Are they going to call this the stage?
The end of the stage is a checkered flag.
Chris has got to come in. Uh-oh.
Chris McCullough on pit road.
I'm going to say
is also on pit road.
I'm going to say it was probably a speeding penalty, but I don't know that for a fact.
No, I think they're all coming down pit road.
Oh, okay.
No one can make it on fuel from here.
Right.
But Cody Eldred is going to choose track position. Josh Milam in the 7 as well. So guys, we're going to take a little bit of a break. We'll be right back after this and bring you the end of this race. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we are working our 4th caution of the night. 2 of our cautions have been stage-ending cautions. Been cycling around under yellow for 14 laps. We have roughly 27 laps to go with 25 lead changes. Alex Kinsler has been out front for 32 laps, but due to some bad timing and bad stuff going on, he has fallen all the way down to 13th. He has managed to find a way to stay on the lead lap. Got very lucky with that caution flag. So Alex Kinsler got a shot here to winning it. Unfortunately, that is going to mean that we do have one car trapped a lap down. That is the 82 of Daniel Harrington. He has scored in 23rd spot. Stacy Bedard in the 03. He is packed up. He is headed home. He will be scored in 24th place. So lights have gone out on the pace car. Drivers starting to form up. Lining up side by side, 2 by 2 by, I don't know. 1, 2. I got my shoes on. Don't make me count, Rudy. Stop making me count.
Sorry.
Anyways, well, the good news is we still have 23 cars out on track. Only one of them is a lap down. One driver we really haven't talked a whole lot about here tonight. That is the 9 of Josh Spalding. I gotta think that Spalding has just been biding his time and waiting. He's got 25 laps to make his way to the front in that 9 machine. Let's see what Spalding has. We're gonna keep an eye on him and figure out just how good that 9 machine is out here on the Super Speedway Series. But that Ford Mustang getting ready to pull off. Cody Eldred looking for his 3rd win of the season. Here we go. Green flag is out. We are back underway for the final 25 laps here. Eldred and Milam door to door, side by side, down into turn number 1. FSR teammates on that upper lane. Before Rick Seabrans, he's starting to creep up to the front as this race is drawing to a close.
Hunter Reynolds now, the one we haven't talked about all night. He started 24th, been back in the field, now inched his way into the front, right ahead of Les Levy. And Les Levy up on the high side by side with them. 2 wide all the way back here to about 8th or 9th place. And Cody Ober having a bad pit stop or something there is way back in 13th. We're not used to seeing that. And guess who's back on the lead lap? David McCulloch.
Cody Ober was caught up in that caution, so he had to come down to pit road. Meanwhile, the 26, Hunter Reynolds, you mentioned him briefly, starting to make his way to the front. He was the fastest car in practice. And that 26 machine right now sitting in 9th place after not taking a qualifying time.
And look who's right behind him, Alex Kinsler, guy that's led 32 laps here today, trying to get back to the front. Going to go by Les Levy now here, the 62 on the outside. And Hunter Reynolds right there up on the high side as well, following the number 4, Rick Seabrans. I think Seabrans has got something up his sleeve there, JR.
Oh, I know Rick does. I've raced against Rick. He's a very smart driver, very patient driver. And if he is behind you coming to the checkered flag and it is between the two of you, that Ford machine will probably find a way to outsmart you.
Patience is what it takes for races like this. There's another one that's up to the front here. Aspen Belvin started 17th today and has found himself into 3rd, side by side with our 2 stage winners, Josh Milam.
Yeah, Aspen Belvin in that black 84 Punisher machine. He is the 3rd car on the inside line, hooking up with his teammate in the 51 right now. They're all trying to figure out what to do here as he's got the 17 pushing him. 17 of Trishan Walker.
Oh, little bump there.
Oh, big moment. Everyone's
stacking
scattering.
them up.
And we all get through it.
Milam made contact there with Cody Eldred, trying to get down there, get some side drive. Here comes Travis Elliott to the front, and Travis is going to lead his first lap of the race.
51 of Travis Elliott to the front. in celebration of that, let's do another Crank It Up. What do you say, Rudy?
Do it. Not Bellum.
Scott Bellum in the 07
Wow.
heavy contact. Hard into the wall. We're going to go to our MaxSpeedTV replay. We're in the middle of a Crank It Up, and then they did crank it up. Bellum's going to get turned here. The 62 of Les Levy.
That was Kenneth McCulloch actually is the guy that spun, number 89. And it looks like he was caught up. Yeah, Les Levy and all of them guys right there together. Chris McCulloch and Les Levy make contact, and that stacks them up.
That stacked him up. The 89 of McCullough gets going by not hit. Like, he hit the wall, but it straightened him back out. Meanwhile, the 07 making his way down on the apron, trying to find a way around the 62 who was slowed up. And unfortunately for Scott Bellum, that is going to put him onto pit road. We are under yellow.
And they're all coming to pit road here because this will put them inside the window, making it the rest of the way on fuel. They won't have to worry about that or tires. We may see some guys take 2 tires, maybe just to kind of freshen it up a little bit. You can usually take 2 tires at the same time they're fueling up, so, and it not really cost you any time. But Travis Elliott was in his pit stall first. He's the first one away. No tire change by Travis Elliott, KR.
Yeah, I think I would take some tires along with my fuel, but what do I know? Race off of pit road. Looks like Elliott's gonna win it. Big old knot of cars coming off of pit road. And ever
Actually,
since,
I think Derek Conley won the race off of pit road. I do believe.
you know, ever since iRacing decided that we're gonna mandate by a blue cone that everyone has to hit pit road exit here, we just saw a big old knot of cars almost stacked up at pit exit because they just didn't have anywhere to go. So Derek Conley in the 28, your race leader, after stepping away for about a month. First race back out front with 18 laps to go. Oh, Rudy, I don't know about you, but my old heart can't take too much more of this excitement.
Oh, I know, man. I've had several times where I thought, oh my gosh, it got so intense that, I mean, I'm trying to visualize it myself as being a driver and doing some of the things that these guys are doing. And man, it scares me to death sometimes. It's unbelievable how these guys can do what they do and come out of it okay. I had one, I believe it was last night that I did. That the guy he had to make a serious attempt to try to go for the win and wound up wrecking. And we talked to him after he come out of the infield care center, because believe me, he went to the infield care center. That thing was like a top spinning on the track.
I've been in a few crashes in iRacing where I'm like, man, I should probably go to the doctor to have this looked at.
Thankfully, this is a sim. I mean, because, boy, I'll tell you, there'd be a lot of people with a lot of injuries. Man, if this was real life. So that race off of pit road between Derek Conley and Travis Elliott was pretty close, but Conley come out of it. Now, if he can stay ahead, we got our stage winner there right behind him. Josh Milam going to be starting right behind Derek Conley. Now, those two have been working pretty decent together, okay? But look who just rolled into fourth, Rick Seabrands. Didn't I say he had something up his sleeve?
I'm sure he does, and that Ford machine, very crafty, very skilled behind the wheel, especially at these super speedways. And you give him a shot at winning, and he's going to take it. Trying to clean my glasses here as I got something on them. Hard to read all the numbers up on these cars with a big old smudge on them. Probably why I was making so many mistakes earlier on. I'm gonna blame my dirty glasses. Alright, field forming up, getting ready to go green flag racing once again. 15 laps to go at the drop of the green flag. Derek Conley in the 28, choosing the inside line here to work with teammate in the 7, Josh Milam. Then on the outside will be the 51 of Travis Elliott and the 4 of Rick Seabrands. But the 51 has a teammate in the 17 and the 84, but those guys are in the third row, and that is Tristan Walker and Aspen Belvin. So a little bit of a mix-up of the teams here. We got 2 teammates who are going to be hooked up from the beginning. We got 3 drivers who are going to try and get formed up. And we got Rick Seabrands in the 4, who might just be the spoiler to everyone's plans. Lights are out on that Ford Mustang. Sooner or later, it'll get out of the way. It's doing the best it can. It's running wide open. We know they put a V8 in it, but it's probably only running on 2 cylinders right now. Here we go.
Cars in. Go for it.
Green flag is out, and we are back underway. Derek Conley in the 28 has got to get through the gearbox cleanly, but he has got to have some help from his teammate Josh Milam, because a hard-charging 51 of Travis Elliott is not afraid to run that high line, and he is going to wind that 51 Monster Energy machine up and get a good run down this backstretch. Down.
And this is exactly what he needs right here, KR. If he's going to pull out the win, Derek Conley, you know, like you said, after taking about a month hiatus off of this and his first race back tonight, he's ready to drop the hammer here and pull out the win. But Milam, sitting right behind him, may have something else in mind on that. I would not want to be in Derek Conley's shoes right now, KR. When the guy's leading the race, everybody wants that position. They're looking for every single angle to get by you. And I'm sure there's some planning going out there, a little bit of talk, probably secretly, and maybe some partners working up something here. You see Seabrands up on the high side there working with Travis Elliott. That could be a dangerous combination.
Yeah, it sure could. The 25 machine of David McCullough, after being trapped 1 lap down for a majority of this race, now he is sitting there mixing it up in 6th place. He's got a shot at winning this thing.
He does, and that, that, if you remember back about lap 50, we didn't even think David McCulloch was ever going to be up here. And look at this, coming back from 2 laps down at the beginning of the first stage there, caught up in an accident, and man, he is right in it. The other McCullochs are out of the race.
Yeah, that last caution really did its damage to him. Chris McCulloch and Kenneth McCulloch have pulled behind the wall. The 89 machine will be scored in 21st spot. Scott Bellum in the 07 will be 22nd, and Chris McCulloch 23rd. Stacy Bedard 24th. All those drivers out of the race, leaving us with 20 cars out on track. All 20 cars are on the lead lap. Side by side, down into turn number 1 we go with 12 laps left in tonight's race. Josh Milam and Derek Conley, teammates, running second and first on the inside line. Meanwhile, the 17 and the 84, this has been pretty much how we have restarted. No one has made any moves to try and get around anyone with our first 3 rows.
I think once we get inside that 10 to go, we're going to see guys doing things that we haven't seen all night. I think we're going to see some 3 wide here coming to the, in the last 10 laps. Take a look at Alex Kinsler sitting back here 9th place now. The guy that's led the most laps here today, mired back into 9th. What does he have to do? What would you be thinking if you were Alex Kinsler, KR, trying to get back to the front and win this thing?
Right now, you just got to focus on being as smooth as you can and really start picking up on who is moving and can you move with them to the front. While you're doing all that, you got to keep your eyes on what's coming up behind you. Somebody could have a run behind you, take a line away from you. Once you lose a line, that is one less option that you have, one less bullet in your arsenal to use to help you get to the front.
And we got a caution.
Caution flag is out as it looks like the 15 of Alex Green has gone around. Heavy damage on that black and red advanced auto parts machine. This is really going to set the field up for a epic sprint to the end. Oh man, this couldn't get any more interesting, but the 16 of 4 Sparks all over the back bumper of Alex Green. Down into the corner they go. A little bit of a bumper hook, and Alex Green's going to get into his teammate, Robert Payne. Robert Payne's going to pop a motor, the 26, getting involved of Hunter Reynolds. So 3 cars right there with heavy damage. We go on aboard with the 26 machine of Reynolds. See, they work their way down the back stretch. Alex Green getting sideways. He's going to collect Robert Payne. And then Hunter just trying to get out of the way, just cannot do it fast enough.
And it looks like Robert Payne has taken his car behind the wall for the night. That's a shame to see him. He was up there battling for quite a while up in the front, inside the top 10. And now his day is done.
Early exit for Robert Payne, unfortunately. That now will leave us with 19 cars out on the track. A couple of them hitting pit road. Alex Green in the 15 machine. See how much damage he has if he can get back out there. That car definitely has been a little bit torn up here. He did just use a fast repair though, so he will make it back out.
Well, we can't, I can't find Derek Conley. Oh, there he is. What do you say we talk to Derek here for a minute?
Sure, sounds good to me.
All right. Derek Conley, you got a copy?
Hey, how's it going?
Well, Derek, what are your thoughts right now knowing that everybody behind you is probably working on a plan to get by you?
My thoughts are to make my rear bumper 20 lanes wide. If I can go through the grass and block them, I'm going to. It's about to get real crazy. We're probably going to have about 6 or 7 laps to go. I'm going to be pretty tight on fuel because I did the math before our last stop to get us just there. So I'm saving every drop I can, and we're just going to, give it our shot, give it our best. I got a teammate behind me. I've helped him through the first couple stages, get some stage wins. Maybe he can repay the favor and get me a race win.
That would be really cool. Yeah. Are you talking about Josh Milam?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, he's won the first 2 stages there. And when it comes down to it, at the end of this race, I don't know, teammates or not, he might just pull out and try to get by you.
He could. And if it's open for him to do that, I absolutely want him to do that. But we kind of have a unspoken agreement where, the team's going to win before any other team. And if we have a chance to race each other for the win, we're going to do that one too.
Very good. All right. Well, we'll wish you the best of luck out there, Derek. It's good to have you back. And you took that month off, and now you're back. And the first race out, you get a win here tonight. That would be pretty awesome.
Yep. Let's see what happens.
All right. Good luck, brother.
Appreciate it, man.
All right. Very cool.
Yeah, Derek Conley, always a pleasure to talk to. Always has something different perspective and a unique take on it. So that 28 machine, always one to watch. There's a lot of drivers to watch out here.
Yeah, we're about to find out just how good these guys are going to be, because like I said, you got Cody Eldred back there, Alex Kinsler, David McCulloch coming from 2 laps down, Les Levy being patient all night. These guys sitting back here, Jacob Sayers in 11th. Here's one we haven't talked about all night. I haven't not heard his name mentioned at all. Joshua Spalding. He is ready to bring this car to victory lane here tonight. Started 18th, and man, he is ready to go.
Yeah, Spalding quietly working his way to the front, but with 8 laps to go right now, he's starting to run out of time, but making a charge from 12th place won't be that big of a deal to this number 9 machine. So, yeah, let's see what he's got. Forrest Sparks also in the 16 machine. Right now, he is running in 14th. He's going to need some help from that Umbrella Corporation. Might have to turn these guys into zombies or something. I don't know, but he's got a long way to go. He's in 14th place. And we'll see if he's got anything up his sleeve as well. Cody Ober sitting back here. Cody Ober was a front runner in the first 2 stages. Got himself into a bit of a bind here, and now he's finding himself mired deep in the pack. Daniel Harrington in the 82, he's 15th. He was trapped 1 lap down, has found a way to get back on the lead lap, as we do not have anyone 1 lap down. All 19 cars out on track are on the lead lap. Mark Mann, James Mayer, Hunter Reynolds, and Alex Green bringing up the rear of this field here. All these guys got a shot at winning. Just a matter of can they find the right magic to do it.
Well, you can go from 0 to 0 or 0 to hero in 1 lap. I've seen it even done in 1 turn. So let's see what these guys have got. Now we're going to have 6 to go when we get the green flag. Six laps for somebody to make a decision whether they're going to the front, make a crazy move, go up the middle. You just never know what these guys have got planned up here. But we're about to close this race out here, KR, and I'm telling you what, I'm sitting on the edge of my seat, and I paid for the whole seat.
Well, you might want to be getting a refund for the rest of it that you're not using.
I'm telling you. Well, here we go. Pace car's in. Derek Conley on the loud pedal. Green, green, green. We're underway here at Daytona. And this is going to be it right here, KR. Oh, boy. I have a sneaking suspicion we're going to see things that we have not seen yet tonight come out of these guys. I don't think it's just going to be a quiet push to the win.
I don't expect anything quiet out of these group of drivers. And Fuel Sim Racing with a good run on the inside line there. They're going to start pulling the 84 of Aspen Belvin with them. Meanwhile, Rick Sebrin's in the 4 pushing for all he is worth on that 51 of Travis Elliott. They are now getting door to door here. 5-car breakaway, 6-car breakaway. We got one up near the wall.
Yeah, blinking pretty bad there. Tristan Walker.
Yep, the 17
man,
losing some ground here as he has not got any help. But a 6-car breakaway of this lead group. Cody Eldred in the 14. He is sneaking around right there. Anything happens to these 5 cars, Eldred might be able to get out of the way.
he's trying to hang right onto the bumper there, Rick Sebrand's, and doing the best that he can. Not sure which lane he wants to go with, the top or the bottom right now. If he goes with the bottom, they may be able to power by that outside line, but nope, he's staying with it. Oh, below the yellow line.
Milam, big wiggle there, but he saves
man.
it. It is going to cost that inside line some momentum. Travis Elliott in the 51. He's got that outside line rolling. Rick Sebrans.
And he's going to come down the hill.
He's going to come down. Now that has given Rick Sebrans an opening that he needs. I don't know if Travis Elliott in the 51 thought this through, but I would not put Rick Sebrans in front of any lane.
No, no way. Like I said earlier, Rick Sebrans has got something up his sleeve. But oh man, Derek Conley jumps up in front of him. He knows Sebrans can do it. And man, what a pack of hungry wolves right here looking for this win.
17-car pack here for the finish. James Mayer has fallen to a 2.5 seconds behind. Him and Mark Mann in the 95 and the 04. The 2 cars have dropped off from this lead pack. Josh Spalding in the 9 machine. He's moved into 10th place here. He's starting to make some moves. But the laps are winding down with 3 laps to go. Conley's going to slice down to the inside. And that is going to once again put the 4 Sebrans out front of that outer lane, but not a whole lot of momentum going for that outside lane.
2 to go. KR, 2 laps to go. And you heard what Derek Conley said. He's going to make that.
Smilem, 3 wide into turn number 1.
Here they go.
Sebrans getting tagged.
Oh.
The 14 of Eldred's going to now force it 3 wide, and Rick Sebrans with that bump, he is going to get left high and dry. So there goes everything we talked about.
Coming to get the white flag this time by Derek Conley, Travis Elliott, Josh Milam, winning the first 2 stages, sitting right behind Derek Conley. When it comes to teammates, you heard what Derek said.
And Rick Sebrans is going to go around.
Oh! And that brings out the caution, and Derek Conley is going to be the winner.
Caution flag coming out as they were coming to take the white flag.
That was Rick Sebrans too.
Gonna go to our MaxSpeedTV replay. See what happened to the 4. He is already spinning here. So let's back this up just a little bit more. Hunter Reynolds in the 26, just gonna give him a bumper hook. The rookie Reynolds spinning Sebrans. But when the caution flag flew, Derek Conley was out front. And man, it was a close one. Final lap here at Daytona. And Rudy, thank you for joining me. I know you got to scoot, but before we let you leave, anything you'd like to say?
I'm just, man, I'll tell you what, I was glad to be part of this here tonight and see this win. And man, congratulations to Derek Conley for welcome back and winning the race here tonight. That's pretty awesome.
All right, Rudy. Well, thank you so much for joining me, and I appreciate all your help here.
Not a problem.
Have a good night.
You too.
The Rudy is stopping by, helping me out here tonight. He has got to get rolling. The race is over. Checkered flag falling on Derek Conley in the 28 machine. Finishing under caution here. What a wild race we had. Great race all night long. Derek Conley in the 28, after stepping away for a while, is going to pick up his first win of the season. No one go anywhere. We're going to set up our post-race show. We'll be back momentarily to interview our top 3 finishers. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as our post-race show is underway. The 28, Derek Conley, still celebrating, still burning it down. He's going to do it till that engine pops. Derek Conley, congratulations on the race win, man.
Appreciate it, man. Ooh, that was rough.
Well, we interviewed you right there at the end. You said you were going to try and make your bumper 20 feet wide. Looks like you found a way to do that.
Yeah, that was just pure luck is all that was. Josh was one heck of a pusher. Every time that they would come up to try to pass me, Josh was right there, just giving me another shunt to get me back out front. Anytime I could squeeze my car in front of Travis, I did it just to kind of slow his runs down. And oh man, that was intense. That was pretty nice.
Well, the 28 brings it home in the top spot here tonight. After some time away, you step back in and you win a race. Is this going to become a way that you win races now? You step away for a month, show up, win, disappear for a month?
You know, we'll see what happens. I definitely needed a break at the time just because there's a lot of stuff going on. And there was, this is one thing I could cut out and, still be able to go on. But I got some stuff cleared away, got some stress out of my life, and it was good to be back out here tonight. Even if I didn't win, the win just makes it that much better.
Well, nice job out there, Derek. Congratulations, man. Shout outs, thank yous.
I got to thank Josh, obviously, for being there and pushing me all the way up through the front. I got to thank you and Rudy for, broadcasting, Alex, Rob, and Josh for hosting it, and Mark for doing race control. And I have to give a special shout out to Jacob Sayers. There's an inside joke behind that, but hi, Jacob.
Well, inside jokes means we don't get it.
Yep, that happens.
All right, Derek Conley, your race winner in the 28 machine, bringing it home here tonight. Congratulations, man. Nice job.
Thanks, sir.
Now it's time to talk to our second place finisher, and that is the 51 machine of Travis Elliott. And Travis Elliott, your race was a quiet one, but definitely a solid race here tonight. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so ever since the new update for iRacing, these cars have felt way different than what they used to. Used to be able to pull out a pretty sizable lead on that middle lane, and I felt like this entire race it was just hard to get a a run built up, and when you did, it would usually fade away because people would try to just hop out of line.
Lap 51 looking a little battered in spots, a little dirty on the nose, but overall second place here with 2 races left in the chase. You gonna be able to pull off a win and lock yourself in?
That's the idea. I'm always gonna try to make sure I'm sticking around at the end. The past couple races, I've kind of had issues with, even just being a fast car coming to like the last 10 laps. But it was nice to, come up here and, pretty much just beat and bang with Josh and Derek and everybody. I felt like I had a good chance there at the end before the caution because I think it was Cody Eldridge was coming up hot and heavy, just smacking my rear end. So it's a disappointment that I didn't win, but I'm just glad that we kept it clean almost to the end. But it would have been nice to get to the finish line, try to see how close it would have been.
For sure, man. Putting yourself in position there, everything, and it just didn't play out in your favor here tonight. But a second place still at Daytona. Great race for you, great finish for you, man. Nice job.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Any last shout outs or thank yous before we let you go?
Just thank you to our admins in this league, that front the money to put it out so we can, run races like this where it's a lot of fun. Shout out to you guys at Max Speed for giving us a nice quality broadcast to, showcase what our abilities are on good days and even the bad days. And Mark Vega for taking the time to race control and deal with us. My teammates at JSI, we were communicating through that entire race, just trying to figure out strategy that we could gain a leg up and advantage.
Well, Travis Elliott, congratulations. Second place. Nice job. We look forward to seeing you out there once again next week.
Look forward to talking to you too.
All right, now it's time to move on to our third place finisher, and that is the 7 machine of Josh Milam. 1 stage 1, 1 stage 2. However, falling just a little bit short in the final stage. But man, a great race for you here tonight. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, this is definitely one of the most fun races I've had this season. Feels good to finally finish up top. This is actually my first top 5 finish all season, and only have 2 top 10s. It's just a lot of teamwork between me and Derek and hooking up with the right guys and being in the right lanes at the right time and getting to where we needed to be to stay out in front the entire race.
Well, Josh, this race 100 laps long. You found a way to be out front for 16 of them and managed 2 stage wins. Still an impressive night for you. And heading into the chase, does this help your chances, help build confidence, build momentum, all that stuff?
Tremendously. I know me and Derek were actually the last 2 spots on the outside looking in, I believe. And, with the 2 stage wins, and Derek had the 2 finishes, I believe, top 5. Then he got the win, and I got 3rd place. So this is going to jump us up there. Just prepared for next week to get good finishes, possibly get me a win to be locked in. If not, hopefully I'll get in there by points.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on the 2nd place finish. Before we let you go, any shout outs or thank yous?
You guys always, again, OP crew, Derek especially, worked awesome together. Good to have him back in here racing with me. I helped out a ton, as you can see. The JSI guys, Aspen and Tristan, Travis, putting on a good show at the end there. It's always fun to race beside them. You know that they're going to race you hard.
All right, Josh. Well, man, congratulations on 3rd place. What a great run you had out here tonight, and we look forward to watching you next week.
All right, man. We'll see you next week.
That was Josh Milam, driver of the 7 machine, picking up a 3rd place here, starting to build some momentum, starting to get hot as we head into the chase. And I'll tell you what, that's a good time to get on a roll. as you roll into the chase. So nothing left but our results. Derek Conley. Let's try this again. Nothing left but our results. Derek Conley, your race winner. Second place going to Travis Elliott, Josh Milam in third. We got to talk to all three of those guys. Cody Eldred in the 14 machine finishing fourth, and Aspen Belvin in the 84 will round out your top five. Sixth place going to Alex Kinsler, who led the most laps. David McCullough in the 25 machine, battling back, never giving up, finding a way to finish in seventh place here tonight. Eighth will be the 62 of Les Levy. Jacob Adam Sayers in the 39 machine will be ninth. 10th going to Josh Spalding. 11th place will be the 8 machine of Cody Ober. Daniel Harrington in the 82 will be 12th. 13th going to Tristan Walker. Alex Green will be 14th, and 15th place will be the 26 of Hunter Reynolds. Rick Seaburns in the 4 machine will end up in 16th. 17th going to Mark Mann. James Mayer in the 95 will be 18th. 19th will be Forrest Sparks, and Robert Payne in the 3 machine will be in 20th. 21st will go to the 89 of Kenneth McCullough. Scott Bellum in the 07, 22nd. Chris McCullough in the 42 machine will be 23rd. 24th, Stacy Bedard, and Mark Vega, who gave up his afternoon to be race control. Thank you so much for doing that, Mark. We appreciate your services. So guys, that is going to wrap it up for us here tonight. Thank you so much for joining me on behalf of myself and MaxSpeedTV. We look forward to doing this each and every week. If you haven't done so yet, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button, hit all the buttons that let you know that we've gone live, and you won't be disappointed with some of the great racing action that iRacing has and that we bring to you here at MaxSpeedTV. So guys, have a good night, and until next time, stay safe. Don't crash too hard in iRacing stuff. Yeah, I'm just gonna end it.